Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back to the Cave Factory, episode 13. I guess it's our lucky episode. And I have to come clean again. Remember episode 10? When I, in the beginning of episode 10, said, like, oh, I need to open up things so that I have more options or machines to work on at the same time. And in the entire episode, the only thing I did was that basalt generator. And then in episode 11, I said, oh, I messed up and I had to split things up. Yeah, I had to split things up even more. I'll be honest with you. I actually did a lot of immersive engineering. And it might have even been visible in some clips in the previous couple of episodes. I just, I couldn't figure out a good way to show you this because, how can I say this? It's not particularly interesting. I mean, okay, so yes, I can still jump. I have the trinket that makes me immune to everything. Immersive engineering claims to be like, oh, are you tired of single block solutions to everything? Let's build massive, pretty machines. And yes, I agree, they are pretty and they are massive, but they are single block solutions again. So it's not like Create where we connect things together and do things and there is something to talk about. I literally, like, oh, yeah, okay, I made 27 of these bricks and placed them down. And now I have a coke oven that is making coke from coal. And actually, the most important thing this makes is the creosote oil, right? And I'm pumping the creosote oil into a Create tank because I just like the Create tanks. I actually haven't tried building the Immersive Engineering tank. Maybe they're pretty too, but like these tanks are awesome. And back here, I have a setup for pumping the creosote oil. It's actually better to use the fluid pump from Immersive Engineering than it is to use the Create pumps, because the Create pumps require rotational power and these don't, and it's just like, it's less cluttered. Anyway, this thing creates treated wood planks because we're pouring creosote on them, and that is used for a lot of things in Immersive Engineering. And I have another setup here, which is the blast furnace. It's for making steel. And I just automated it. I'm pumping in... Actually, I haven't automated it fully. I'm pumping in coke into it, but I'm not pumping in iron automatically because, well, there's a thing we need to talk about. The ore processing is too slow. We have to do something about it probably today. I'm not going to promise anything because I don't know what I end up doing, so... Let's not announce what we're doing in the beginning of the episode because it doesn't seem to work recently. It worked in the first few episodes. Blast furnace, I made 27 bricks, placed them down, made a bunch of steel, then I took down the blast furnace, took all the bricks that I got from it, added steel to them, and now I have an improved blast furnace. It's still like okay, it's not a single block solution, but it's single multi-block solution, which ends up being the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical. I like it, like I like the looks, but it doesn't end up particularly interesting, right? We're just making a lot of steel with one machine, one block. And here we have water wheels to produce electricity. Nice cable, hanging cables, always a good thing. Immersive Engineering has gotten that right because cables good, pipes, tubes on the ground or are ugly. So this is working fine. Actually, it was an enormous amount of pain to place the kinetic dynamo, because no matter from which direction you place it, it places like in the wrong direction. It just automatically makes sure, because this thing here has a hole on one side, and no matter how you place it against the water wheel, if you crouch or place it from this side or from the other side, it always places in the exactly wrong direction. But it can be rotated with a wrench, so no big deal. Anyway, remember that early episode where I experimented with the alternator and the electric motor from Create Crafts and Additions, and I complained like, oh, this is not generating enough power, because a full windmill generated 88 energy per tick? Well, this thing here, 65. This enormous machine generates less than that. So, I think the Create Crafts and Additions power conversion is nerfed. Well, the alternator is nerfed to match these kinds of machines, But that means that to power crate machines with the electric motors requires an enormous amount of energy. So that doesn't really work. I will probably end up not using the motors. I said the alternator is useless. I might actually end up using the alternator if I need to generate more power. I think the most fun thing about doing this, like, it's not unfun. It's just, I keep complaining. It's just less interesting than it should be, especially for making a video, because I have nothing to talk about. Like, I have been talking about placing 27 bricks for way too long, right? I'm talking more about how there is too little to talk about. That's how little there is to talk about. The most interesting thing about building this was just decorating it. I like the way this ended up. There are lights in the ground, by the way. I would still like to find something better than the blaze lanterns, but as long as we don't stare at them, this kind of works for lighting this up. I like these. The Immersive Engineering lanterns are pretty. And yeah, looks like this. What I need to add now, I actually don't know. I need to look at the quests. Yes, so the interesting thing that is going to be happening now is that we need to start making diesel with a fermenter for fermenting... melons. I can definitely use melons because I have tons of melons. Or potatoes, or something like that. We need to make ethanol. Ooh, we're going to be making moonshine. And we have tons of seeds, so we can squeeze seeds to something. And that will go into a refinery, I guess. And that will go into it. Diesel generator. So this is going to be making diesel, and this is going to be burning diesel. The goal, hopefully today, but I'm not promising, like I said, is probably to get an arc furnace, because that will allow us to go to the end whenever I want. I probably don't need to do it just yet. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. And another definite goal is to get some honey, because, like I said in the previous episode, I was about to say villagers. No, my colonists are getting measles, and you cure that with honey and golden apples. So I need to get honey. But I think, like, another thing I need to do is to just expand this area. We're out of space again on the floor here. I have a bunch of things that we need to farm, so we need to there, or maybe in that direction. Could be interesting. Let's see if I can achieve something. Let's pick one thing and do that. Probably, yeah. Let's start with the honey. Maybe there is a better way, like in the mod pack, for getting honey or beehives, but I haven't looked it up. Let's just do it the vanilla way, because it's no big deal. Actually, can they generate in the snowy tundra, though? The biome here might be not enough. I think birch should need 7 blocks, right? Yes, okay. And we are 7 blocks out. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna twerk my birch trees and hope for some bees. There we go. The first bee nest, and it's actually 3 bees. Perfect. Total bee location. That's the advancement. Let's get a few more. I don't know. I can actually, like, make them and breed my own bees, but since I'm here, let's just use up the entire stack. The entire stack of saplings I was about to say, but I actually don't know how many of these saplings I have actually already used. Because I keep getting new ones, because that's how tree farming works. Alright, I got only 3 nests. It took forever. I'm just gonna craft the next ones manually. Not the nests, they're called hives, right? The ones you craft manually are called hives. And I'm thinking, should I place it here? Because this is the only spot that's left. Or, yeah, let's just start digging. It's just better. Like, I need to expand this anyway, especially since I need space for these machines, and I'm pretty sure that the immersive engineering, the diesel processing is gonna be humongous as well. So yeah, just doing this, that, and that. Let's go up a little bit. And how much should I expand it by? One of these segments, and one of these segments is 20 blocks. So yeah, 20 blocks that way. Let's go. Actually, before I dig away, all of this, it's probably a good idea to just expand this bridge automatically, just all the way to the colony, or at least halfway. It should be a good idea to do it now before I just don't have any support to stand on. Alright, it should probably look something like this. So I am actually removing 2 more blocks on the sides, just so that we can fit these 2 things here, right? And on this side, actually, it was asymmetrical. And we need to remove 3 for some reason, so we need to do that as well. And we just have deployers here. This deployer is deploying these blue never brick walls. I kind of like this look. It's a good look. And deployers here, deploying the scaffolding. Uh-oh, I have not done research. I don't know if they're gonna be deploying top slabs or bottom slabs. Let's hope it's top slabs, and if not, well, then this is like, then I will just not deploy all the scaffolding. Although I have done millions and millions of, not millions, but thousands of the scaffoldings. We have, like, the other blocks are just correctly deployed as well. We also have a deployer here that I forgot to populate. I'm hoping that I will have enough scaffolding for this. And if not, well, then we will have to add things. But this deployer will be deploying this scaffolding here at the bottom as well. Completely untested, improvised on the spot. I like to improvise these machines. They're really fun. And we also have the plow here that is... Oh, I forgot to... I need to place rails in front of me. I can't just remove the rails, I also have to place them. Fair enough. Let's add that. And it should be just something like this. Thick. Give it some rails just to be sure. Okay. And now it's going in the right direction and we're placing the rails. Fair enough. Okay, now it is working. And how are we? We're placing bottom. We placed, some of them were top slabs. Why did that change? Wait a minute. Because these were placed automatically. And they were top. Why did those end up being bottom? Oh, you filthy machine. Maybe it's just completely random which ones it picks. I don't know. Like, I completely speculating here. Let's give it some fuel. And now it changed its mind and is doing top slabs. I'm leaving it alone. I'm not... Oh, it's just random. I don't like you, machine. These ones I will have to place down manually. I have one of these, diamond wand. They can place like tons of blocks at the same time, so I probably just walk behind the machine and place the slabs myself. Maybe I should change them to full blocks. No, that's silly. No, not gonna do that. We need top slabs, and we're probably gonna need some lighting as well. Interesting. So this side is lit. Oh, this side is lit up because I have that stuff. Okay, more experimentation. Maybe I can figure out and maybe I can read somewhere if it's possible to configure it to top or bottom slabs, because right now it's random slabs, which is very, very silly. All right, after many trials and errors, well, just errors, this started placing them as top slabs. I have no idea what I've done. It might be that it... Oh, no, and it just switched to bottom slab, so I declared success too early. I have no idea how this works. Is this like a chunk border? No, it's not even a chunk border thing. It just suddenly decides that, no, now it's bottom slabs. No idea what's going on. Oh, I don't know if I should keep trying or if it's just gonna be simpler if I'm just gonna remove those deployers and I'm gonna do this by hand. Oh, that's so annoying. And it kept doing it. Like, look, this is how much it did correctly. And by the way, I noticed one thing by these blocks being dark. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like it's literally all the way, right? The original bridge is asymmetric. I have not noticed this until now, but I'm gonna keep it that way because, well, that's the original bridge. Imperfection or character or something like that. I'll have to light things up on this side though. And I have not been able, like, there have been issues in the create mod where people have been suggesting that they want to be able to place slabs, but the issues have been just automatically closed and nobody has ever responded to them, so there apparently is no way to do this the way I want it, so I just have to do it manually. The machine is almost unnecessary, it's just going to be placing the middle blocks then, and I will do everything else manually. Angry. Alright, done. It wasn't actually too bad. There is a way to set up the wand if you are holding something in your offhand, then the wand will place, like, normally the wand places the exact same block that you're targeting, but if you're holding a block in your offhand, the wand will place that block you have in the offhand instead. So it was just super easy to build this up. I can't demonstrate it because I have broken my last wand that I think I went through 3 or 4. But yeah, we have a tunnel all the way to the colony, and yeah, it's looking good. Okay, let's continue digging this thing. Alright, have I overdone it? I think no, I haven't overdone it. This is good. This is actually starting to look really good with all the extra space. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do about this side, because, well, yeah, we have the blood magic dungeon here, which isn't really perfect, but yeah, lots of space. Good. Let's build the very quick and dirty, well, not dirty, but just like, let's build a quick bee farm and just honey. Because actually I found something. Honeycombs I can actually craft from candleberry. I'm almost sure I have candleberry in here. Let's just verify. Candleberry. Yeah, I have tons of candleberries. So I don't actually need to get honeycombs out of my bee farm, which makes it very, very much simpler. And if you haven't seen this, prepare to be amazed, because there will be a farm here in a second. And, well, with Create, it's stupidly simple. And the only hard part about this is placing the bees in. So break that block, and that one goes in. That should be safe, but the next ones are not gonna be as safe. Actually, or maybe it is night. Maybe I'm lucky and it's night. Let's just place them in quickly, in case it isn't night. No, it came out, so it's not night. And the last one. There we go. That's the entire bee farm, or honey farm. So, oh, colorful bees. Is this normal? This must be a modded thing. Anyway, yeah, this is the entire bee farm. We are just pumping the honey from the bee nests or hives, bee nests, with pipes. And a little pump here with a magma block that we are looking at with a fan, the usual power source, and this tank is gonna fill up with honey. I also need to set up a little thing here that will be filling in honey bottles. That might actually be the hardest part of the project, where to place the pump that is going to be pumping out the honey from this tank into a spout? What's it called? Faucet? No, I think it's called spout. Yes, I need to add a spout here that automatically will be giving us honey bottles. But yeah, this is the entire farm. With Create, you just pump out the honey from the bee nests or the beehives. And that's it. This wall here is in case I ever want to breed bees in here, and that way I can reach in and feed them flowers, and the small bees usually don't run away. Sometimes they do, but it's worth the pain. So yeah, that's it. That's the entire farm. Let's add the spout and fill in the bottles automatically as well. Let's just try to breed the 2 bees, because I'm actually having one of the nests only has 1 bee. The 2 others have actually 3. So this should make it full. And I also added these blocks to make sure that the wall blocks get slightly bigger. I think that might actually help, because sometimes the small bees can escape. But I've only seen the small bees escape when they grow up, when they are like in a corner here, and they grow up, then they can fly out. But other than that, they cannot fly out. Let's not hold any flowers. I should be getting my first honey now, because I think this is honey level. Oh no, we already got our first honey. Oh yeah, it's filling in there. Oh, I got punched by the harvester there. And the honey went into this thing, and we got our first honey bottle. Yay! So there is one last thing I have to do here before we're done, and it's to pick this thing up, set the chute up, and give it a filter. I didn't want to do it until I actually had the filter in place, yeah, because it sucks out bottles otherwise. Right, let's leave that there, let's leave that there, perfect. Now this should be working fine. We will be getting honey bottles. And how many do I actually need liquid honey? Eventually this is gonna fill up, and this is gonna fill up, it doesn't really matter. Perfect. Honey done. Let's get to the immersive engineering stuff now, so that we can get diesel. Is it just me, or does this projector not really work very well? I have I have no idea what these blocks are. So this thing here is supposed to be a projector, and it's supposed to show me which blocks to place where in the multi-block structure, but like I'm just not seeing it. This one, well, it's kind of obvious. This one, I have no idea what this is. I mean, literally, like, I'm guessing the mod pack has been messing around with some graphical rendering thing. I don't know what mods are included, but like, I am not seeing it. Okay, so it highlights if I have the correct block in my hand, so that helps. But I mean, this is literally impossible. I have no idea what that is. What is this? This is barely a shadow of a block. All right, the block list is short. I think it's, yes, it was a pipe. So we put down the pipe here, we put down the pipe here. Okay, now we went to the next level. That one is obvious. Maybe just my eyesight is getting terrible. That might be possible, but like I am not seeing what these blocks are. Did I play? Yes. So these should be the cauldrons then. Yes. And what is on top? On top are the blocks that I don't have in my inventory, but fortunately the quest is telling me what I need. I need 4 iron sheet metal. I know I had them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had them somewhere, but I guess not. All right. Now this should be our fermenter. And I need to find my wrench, and I need to click a thing with the wrench. Where is my wrench? I think I have my wrench here. No, a hammer. It's not a wrench, it's a hammer. It's this block. No, this block. This block. This block. This block. This block. There is some magical block on the multi-block machines that you need to click to make the multi-block thing assemble, although I'm not finding it. Oh, come on, why are you making it so hard? It is correct, right? The greenness means that it is being correct. That I am not being... Oh, there? No, that's not correct. Nope, sorry. I cannot ferment things because... literally, there is nothing I can click here. There are so many good ideas in immersive engineering, but there's so many details that are just terrible. And this is one of them. Well, 2 of them now that I have run into. Okay, I'll figure it out eventually. So apparently I had to click the cauldron from this side, but not from this side, because... reasons. I have no idea. All right, how does this work, and how do we make booze? Because this thing is supposed to be making moonshine for us. Okay. Oh, we just insert what? So I got some potatoes, right? I insert the potatoes, and we probably need power. Yes, this thing definitely wants power. Okay, let's hook things up, and maybe we can get it working. That was simple enough, and it immediately turned all my potatoes into ethanol, and, well, it's full of power. So what can we do here? We can do potatoes, melons. I'm probably going to use melons because I have so many melons. Tomatoes, apples, and sugarcane. I have tons of sugarcane as well. Let's use melon slices because I know I have tons of them. So how much ethanol can I make with melons, and how fast can it be done? That's all the melons. Click here, give it all the melons, and it sucked all the energy. Okay, so it is using up all the energy, and the bottleneck here are not the melons. The bottleneck here is literally the energy. So I am hoping that we'll be able to make biodiesel so that this can go a little bit faster. Well, this thing will be part of making the biodiesel, and then it will be able to give itself more power so it can go faster. I built all the 3 machines that I was supposed to build, but I think I built them wrong. I think this is an output. There is... I have no idea if it is, but like this is the only hole that is coming out of the machine. And this is also the only hole that is coming out from this machine. This is the squeezer that is creating plant oil from seeds. So I'm assuming this is the output. And this one has also a red hole and 2 green holes. And I'm assuming that the green holes are inputs and the red hole is output. So I need to rotate everything. Yeah, okay, that's no big deal. I mean, I couldn't have known that, but sure, let's do that. So let's rotate it. I wonder if I actually can connect these things without pipes. That would be interesting. Let's try that. So the squeezer and the refinery are correctly rotated. I'm just gonna double check that the hypothesis is correct, and it will be pumping in things into this one. There's some animations going on. Oh, a progress bar reached the maximum. Oh, there's nothing in there, and there's nothing in here. And yes, it is getting plant oil. So yes, the hypothesis was right. So let's just do the same thing with the fermenter. I shouldn't have done that because I probably lost all my melons when doing that. Actually, no big deal. And by the way, the projector isn't as crazy as I thought. I mean, I still cannot see anything, so that is an issue. Oh, I didn't lose all the melons, but I don't have any space in my inventory. Let's put them there temporarily. The projector actually gives useful information. The layout of the blocks for building the multi-block is actually quite logical-ish. So if I place the multi-block here, it's supposed to be here, right? Yes. And we can see, like, I can barely see now that there are two pipes here, but that's because I've seen them. And the pipes is where the output is gonna be. So I should rotate this twice. And yeah, now the pipes are pointing in that direction, and that should actually build the structure correctly. I think that's at least how it works on the squeezer. I'm hoping it's gonna work that way on the fermenter as well. So that and those two place blocks, yes, that built up. I need one more of these, and I have no idea what these blocks here are. One of these blocks is that block, so it lit up. And sheet metal, no, not sheet metal here. Cauldrons and sheet metal on top. Right, bunk, 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 bunk. And we needed to hammer that one. Yay! It worked the way I thought. The pipes are connecting. So now if I throw in the melons here, which I don't have in my inventory, I have them in my backpack. Take the melons, throw in the melons, and we also need to give it some power. There, and that, and to this, and yay! We're now making moonshine. Are we? Yes, there are tons of progress bars in the tooltip up in the left corner, so yeah. And now this is also... Oh, okay, so this is moonshine, this is the plant oil, and now this should be generating biodiesel. So if we connect a wire here... I don't know if I need to connect wire to the orange thing, but that looks logical, so I've just been connecting to that and I haven't tried to connect anything else. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Yay, we have biodiesel! Woohoo! It's a party today. Honey, oil, moonshine, and diesel. The perfect Friday afternoon. Yay! And we have a diesel generator, and it is loud. Oh, I can at least see that the capacitor is filling up. So there is no user interface on this thing at all, so I didn't even know if it was taking the fuel. I was just connecting things pretty much, not at random, but just guessing what's going on. But then I connected this capacitor, and it is filling up. So now my question is, will this diesel generator stop when the capacitor is full? I was about to say, but it stopped because it ran out of fuel. That's what I'm suspecting it did. I also got transformer, but I think this transforms into medium voltage. I have no idea. Like I don't know what the voltages mean. I don't know how much energy each level can take, and if this should be powered by high voltage or medium voltage. No idea how this works. I'll have to read up on that. But yeah, because now we just need to connect these. And when these are powered by something better than the water wheel, which is terrible and doesn't work, well, it works, right? But it's terrible because it's just way too slow. I am wondering, but I would be extremely surprised if a diesel generator wouldn't be able to supply power for its own fuel production needs. Because if it can't, then this was a complete waste of time. But if it's not, at least we have some power. Let's figure that one out, like how the voltages work now. This is the high voltage wire going into the transformer, and the transformer then takes a medium voltage to these machines that are doing things, are the machines. And I think the machines just literally just finished because all they needed was power, I think. Yeah, the capacitor is full. I still don't know, like, I don't know if I can check the fuel level on this thing. There is no way, like, there is no user interface on this thing. Maybe with a comparator or something like that. But yeah, let's hook up the storage system so we can be providing melons and seeds into this thing. And I still don't know how much power this generates, but I need to read on some wiki or whatever it is. But yeah, this is looking good. And it's like, what, 4 million power, and it, I think, filled it in quite fast. Not sure, but it seemed quite fast, so probably this thing is gonna work. So now everything is connected, and we are feeding this thing, actually industrial hemp seeds, because I read that they are better, and I'm generating pretty much as much of these as wheat seeds. And this is getting melons, because I have so many melons, it's fine. And are we actually generating diesel? I don't think we have a surplus of diesel. We might actually be, yeah, we're generating too little melons. Maybe those slots are for speeding this up somehow? I have no idea. We're not running out of power, right? Oh, maybe, oh, it's stopping because, yeah, okay, it's stopping because it doesn't need the power, probably. That's why. Ah, okay. That's kind of annoying that it's turning on and off all the time. There should be some threshold, like stop when you have more than 90% power and start when you have less than 40 or something like that. This is kind of annoying. But you might wonder, why do I want to have these machines and why do I want power? Well, it's not just for the arc furnace, and I can already see that we will not fit the arc furnace, so we will have to expand into this wall. It's a good thing I made it. But the immediate reason why I want this is I made myself a jetpack. I intend to make a bigger jetpack, right? Iron jetpacks are relatively small. I can afford the biggest one. It is just takes forever to grind crafting all the components for this thing. So like just for now, I made myself an iron jetpack, and it is not charging, or is it charging? Well, there are particles coming out of this thing. I wonder. Oh wow, okay, that's gonna take a long time to charge. And since I want to have an emerald jetpack, which I think I remember correctly, let's see. If we look here, you can use the iron jetpack to make a gold jetpack. The gold jetpack we can make for a diamond jetpack, and the emerald jetpack has 48 million units of power, and this one has 800,000. And this is taking forever to charge, so the emerald one is gonna take even more forever to charge. But, well, we will have a jetpack. But, let's put this on. Let's just see if it works. And that was my button for hover mode. And this is my button to turn the engine on. Yay! I am falling down. Why am I falling down? Why am I not hovering? Stupid jetpack. Doesn't have enough power. I'm too heavy for my jetpack. I'm using up a whole power. So, that will be it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. And have a good, well, Friday evening with honey, ethanol, oil, and diesel. Bye.